Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I just put a butt on. I'm smoking a butt today for a party I'm going to. And by the way, in the past I haven't really done YouTube shorts, but I did start doing some YouTube shorts, and if you want to see a video of the butt I'm smoking and me talking about it a little bit and some other things I'm cooking, you can see that. I do post shorts now occasionally. Just thought I'd try it. Never have done it before. Now, if you want to join the group, you got 3 ways now. DAIXRP.com is the Patreon, or you can click this join button right below any of my YouTube videos. And now you can also subscribe through my X profile. You can just click the subscribe button. In the group, we do the video plus extended videos, no commercials, and we try to put interesting things in there. Today, in today's video, I'm going to talk about the Creium CEO. I've got some great clips. I'm going to play some of them in the group too. I'm also going to tell you a story of my behind-the-scenes conversation with that CEO at XRP Las Vegas. I don't think I've told it yet. Many of you will find that one fascinating. Today is Saturday, and on Saturday we have fun. So my partners at Gulf of America XRP.com, these guys are real estate guys, but they're also XRP guys. And I decided to partner with these guys because if you're like me, when this is all over, or at least when we get, prices that we decide to make exits at in XRP, you're going to look at things like real estate just like I am. So I had signed up for these guys' email newsletter. They send it out every Friday. Every Friday I get properties from down on the Gulf of America, on the ocean, and some that aren't, but most of it's oceanfront property. And so I like to show you, especially you people out in California. I know it's nice out there, but what you can get in Malibu, you're looking at what you can get in Malibu, California for $3.495 million. Nice house. You're in a cul-de-sac. You've got a nice green backyard, but that's all you've got. I'm assuming you have a walk to the ocean because the house is right here, so you have to walk quite a ways to get to the ocean. Nothing, not to take anything away from this house. Nice house, nice house. But here's what you get for the same amount of money on the beach in Panama City Beach, Florida. I think this one's Panama City Beach. Flip through here. First of all, you get a pool. You're right on the ocean. There's your garage. Look at the inside of your house, how nice it is. You even get a not air hockey. What is that one called? Foosball table. But this thing's got 6 bedrooms, 7 baths. It's a massive house, it looks like. Let me get to the ocean stuff so you can see. Really nice. There you go. There's your balcony. Let me see if they got a view at the beach out here. I'm having to flip. There we go. That's quite the view. That same $3.5 million that you're with all your taxes out in California. And by the way, not to knock California. I love California. I've spent a lot of time out there over the last 5 years. But Florida, you don't have any income taxes. It's something else. I mean, these are the nicest beaches in the world. If you want to go sign up for their newsletter, just go to Gulf of America XRP.com, and you can sign up, and they'll send you those emails every Friday. But if you're looking to do something now, you can call these guys or text them at 850-890-8884, and they can put you in the car right now and go look at properties. I will very likely, when the time comes, be giving these guys a call myself to go down and drive around looking at some properties. The market's still kind of down. look at this. Bloomberg raises approval odds for spot XRP, Dogecoin, and Cardano ETFs to 90%. This thing's happening, folks. Now, wanted to show you this video from yesterday went viral. Let's hit the old refresh button. This video went mega viral, 106,000 views. This was the Creium CEO, Sal Gilberetti. He was on stage at XRP Las Vegas, and he said that his analysts had done modeling that puts the XRP price anywhere from $5 to $4,300. This is his company. The reason I'm showing you this is because his ETF's not a spot ETF. It's a 2 times long daily XRP ETF. So it's a derivatives XRP ETF. These are a little more risky because if XRP goes up, it's supposed to go up at about 2 times the amount that XRP goes up. But if it goes down, you have that downside too. Now, these guys are not a sponsor or anything. I'm just talking about it because this guy is interesting. He was a very nice guy. I met him at XRP Las Vegas, and he is bullish on XRP and what Ripple is doing. This is from Fidelity. This is the Creium ETF, the 2-time long ETF right now. The symbol on this thing is, just so you know, is XXRP. That's got to be a good one. And then it's at 25.50 right now. They've got $106 million in this thing right now. And now I want to show you just how bullish Sal is on XRP.
Sal Gilberti, CEO of Creium ETFs. Your firm recently launched the XXRP ETF. What exactly is it, and what does it do?
Chris, it's an ETF that allows people to get 2 times the exposure to the price movements of the coin XRP. And so it's a leveraged fund. It's a complex, high-risk fund. It's for high-conviction traders that have a short-term view on XRP.
What benefit do you think the XXRP ETF can provide investors, and what gap in the market is it aiming to fill?
I think no doubt ease of access. Instead of having to buy the coin itself, you can just buy it through a regular stock trading account. And of course, it's 2 times leverage. So 2 times leverage is easy to get without having a margin account in a levered ETF like this one. Our new fund that we're talking about here today, the XXRP ETF, it did just pass 100 million in assets under management in about 5 weeks, which is really remarkable and a big hit for us.
All right. And then, folks, you have no idea how bullish these videos are. You got to see them.
But XRP, put out by Ripple, is, we think, a game changer. We think that the settlements, the near instantaneous settlements, the transfer of money primarily, and it will result in the transfer of other assets as they build out the system. But we think that the tokenization and digitalization and the basically blockchain, using the blockchain well, XRP is being built to do that. Okay, so we filed for when the old SEC regime, which was very unfriendly to crypto, left. We filed literally the first business day. We filed the first business day after Inauguration Day to start a levered XRP fund. We think people want that. They can trade it in their futures account in their stock account without having a margin account. It's very easy. It launched 11 business days ago, and the flows have been astounding. Absolutely astounding. The reception for this thing, it has a great ticker, okay? It's a 2 times XRP levered product, and the ticker is XXRP, double XRP. So double your exposure, double XRP is the ticker. And so it has done really, really well. Thank you for asking. We chose it because we have a levered corn product and a levered wheat product. We think that, aggressive traders can use those. These are not for, ordinary people, obviously. They're for people who have a very specific, very short-term, very aggressive posture in the market. And so because the daily reset on these things to keep them at a levered position where you want them to be does cause you can lose money in a sideways market. Okay, in a levered product. People need to understand it. So read the paperwork. People understand. But there's been a pent-up demand for XRP, which is a popular coin that has a very definite use case that will change Wall Street.
Will change Wall Street. I mean, these only get better.
Okay, the Ripple has purchased actually a broker dealer that they're going to settle things in using XRP. Okay, so you're going to get instantaneous settle. No more waiting 2 or 3 days for something, wiring money, and things get lost. None of that's going to happen, and it's really quite extraordinary. And we think XRP is the future of Wall Street. XRP is going to be it's not going to be, but it is already bridging the gap between traditional finance and decentralized finance. That's happening right now. The speed with which things will happen inside of Wall Street is going to be changed. It's going to take a while, but XRP and Ripple are leading that charge. We believe in it, and so we thought there might be investor demand for a levered product to express themselves aggressively in that, and there certainly has been. It's everything you just said. Okay. And so I don't want to speak for Ripple, all right? It's a complicated process. That's why the build out is slow. But Ripple, you can move money around. Instead of sending a wire, they're going to build out with participating banks. You can send money around the world very quickly. All right, and all of the fuzziness of trying to send something, trying to have currency conversions, all that stuff is going to be made much smoother by this build out. Now, what happened in the U.S. was you had a very crypto unfriendly regime, I'll call it. All right, and they prevented there from being very clear rules, and they prevented, in particular, large financial institutions with banks. They made them scared. If you trade crypto, you shouldn't touch it, and so they didn't touch it. They didn't try to advance these blockchain technologies because they were afraid. Blockchains, crypto, you use crypto in the blockchain, right? And so that's going away, and that is going to really help. So in Asia, there are a lot of people using this technology already. A lot of banks signed up, and again, these are questions for Ripple. Okay.
Tell you what, it's exciting just listening to him. Here's Charles Hoskinson talking about the Genius Act.
What this does is it dollarizes the developing world. So all these places are going to start using stable coins, and they won't even use their banks anymore. So this is going to seriously fuck up the banking systems of the developing world, because if I'm like in Argentina, why the fuck would I put my money in one of their garbage banks? That steals your money and all this stuff. I'll just buy a stable coin and now have peer-to-peer relationships. So when I buy Microsoft products, I can just buy it with my stable coin. When I get paid by somebody abroad, they pay me in a stable coin, right? So basically, whether they like it or not, like, it dollarizes the entire world, and it really helps the U.S. So this is a big deal. And right now there's about $243 billion in stable coins, and there's about 180 million transactions per month. There's going to probably be $1 trillion worth of stable coins by 2030. And that's just natural growth as we go through. But it could grow all the way up to 2 to 3. But I think the Cent is being a bit optimistic. That said, he's been talking to the big institutions like JP Morgan and these other guys, and they wanted it. They just flip a switch and move shit there.
I think that he's partially right there. I don't think it's going to disrupt the banking system as much as he's saying there, for a very simple reason, which I'll show you now. What you've got now, I'll just let you see it, and then I'll explain it. This is David Sachs, the crypto czar. See, the bankers were involved in writing the Genius Act. I think stable coins are going to help support the US dollar by forcing all of these private entities to create them and then buy treasuries. Yeah, that's going to be great. But I don't think it's going to disrupt the banking system. Stable coins won't as much because of what they put in this bill.
Is that the stablecoin issuers cannot pass on interest to the token holders.
Why is that?
Look, I mean, I don't know if there's a great principled reason. This was a compromise that was necessary to get the support of the banking industry, quite frankly.
They see it as competition, I'm betting.
Well, there was a lot of concern from community banks that if stablecoins were paying 5% interest, it would put them out of business. I think that concern, although understandable from them, I don't think that that's what would have happened. But these are the types of compromises, quite frankly, that you need in order to pass legislation. I hope that at some point in the future, we'll revisit that and allow stablecoin issuers to kind of just do what they want to do.
Okay.
And that'll be easier once the banks get into the act and they're participating in this industry.
Got it.
But right now, they're total outsiders, and you can understand the fear factor.
All right.
So stable coins, think this through. You're not going to be able to get yield on stable coins, but that doesn't mean that you can't get yield on the digital assets that go up and down and get yield in a stable coin. I think what's coming probably first is yield on XRP in RLUSD. And I would love to have it. That will be a game changer. And you will see people sit down on their XRP. They won't want to sell it at all when that happens. I may, if that happens, I could easily be sitting here and say, you know what, I'm just gonna keep it all. I mean, if the yield was significant enough. Okay, we're gonna go into the group. I'm gonna show you more killer clips from Sal Gilberti. I don't know if I'm butchering his name. I'm also going to tell you a very interesting conversation I had with him backstage at XRP Las Vegas. So if you want to join the group, go to daixrp.com to join through the Patreon, or you can click the join button below any of my YouTube videos. Or now you have a third option. You can join through the X platform. Just go to my profile and click subscribe. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.